Oh dear.
We got overexcited.
Oh, it all got a bit crazy for a few minutes.
I'm getting involved.
No, you don't.
What's up?
Good evening, everybody.
I
How did you enjoy that?
I noticed that Dean's voice went up about 7 or 8 octaves.
Yeah, I hit her on my balls. She walked across.
Come on, you. You get
Such a bag of
Oh God, I'm so excited. What time is it?
I will find you.
Well, I reckon it's about time, isn't it? What time is it?
Nearly
It's
time.
exactly
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Let's do it.
You want
Right
it?
then, what fucking about? Let's just do it.
All right.
Right, so we are right this second launching the course. You're going to find an email in your inbox, or you can go straight to the website.
In a minute, we'll publish the links below in the comments so that you can click on those links as well.
And if you are getting involved, I want you to type "I'm in" the comments once you're in the course. Okay. We are literally absolutely gagging for this. This has been years in the making. That's not even an exaggeration. This has been years.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a bit nerve-wracking. I don't know why I get a bit nervous. Like a few minutes before, like I hope it's all going to be
I
smooth.
feel like it's taken. It's been such a long time since we launched the last course that. I'm ready.
Nice. I'm ready. It's going to be nice to be doing content with them.
Yeah,
Like, it's going to be nice.
Is it working? Is it all there?
It's going to be nice to be sitting there with you, having watched the same stuff. All of us having watched the same bit, having written notes about the same bit, discussing the points. Everyone knows what's going on. That is going to be bloody super.
Oh, we're kidding. Nobody's listening to us. They're all on that bloody page.
So we've got people coming in already. Laura's in.
I'm Gin.
Yeah.
Hold on, we can tell who's in.
I'd like to have a glass of gin. Instead, Nando made me a glass of piss. But, you know.
That's some of the finest squash, I'll have you know. Right, let's have a little butcher. See who the first person is.
Who's in?
Oh, it's just loading. Come on.
Who's the first person?
The very first person.
Basically, want some sort of prize.
Oh, what, you mean a free hoodie?
Yeah.
Oh,
free
hoodies.
hoodies.
All right, I'm down with that.
Let's see. Oh, it's taking ages.
Oh, it's
but I always
taken
think
a
that's
few seconds ago. Claire Barton is the first person in the course. She's got Yeah, Claire Barton is. Then Natasha Penwill. Then Jem Smith. Then Vicky Small.
John.
John Davidson was
was
first.
the
John was
first.
first.
You are kidding me.
No.
He gets his free.
How did I miss that? John Davidson.
John,
was the
you
first.
definitely get a free hoodie. I think we should give him a free hoodie.
Yes, of course.
Right, John, you get a free hoodie. As soon as they're in, you're getting one.
Right. So let's be having you in the comments. Let me see. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. Jen Smith. Literally, they've done it in order as well. They've gone on, bought the course, come and commented. I'm in. What
Hello.
Hello, I want the mega bundle, but only the first verse is listed.
No, it's not. Go ahead, go up, and you'll see.
If you actually
every
look in
now
the
and again,
comments.
we'll just repost.
Yeah, I'll repost it every so often. Sorry, man.
Because you'll see. We've got like 100 computers.
So got the email. It's here. Yes, got the email. Ruth Waters, are you here? Have we got to wait for an email? No. So there are links in the comments. I've actually pinned one of the comments. It's got all the links. You can get everything you need. Of course, if you've got any questions, now is the time to ask them.
Bundle all the links up there, Nathan. It's all up there. Just...
I can't see it. It's broken already.
It's so slow. Yeah, it was slow for us too.
Oh my shit! Look at all these comments. I can't even keep up.
There's a pinned comment at the top, and it's got the links to all 3 in it. Remember to click on those links rather than going directly. If you go directly from the website, you'll only see everything in full price. So if you want the discount offer that we give at the beginning of all the courses, what you'll see is there's a pinned comment on this, and on that pinned comment, we should have all of the bits and bobs. By bits and bobs, I mean all the links to the right discount deal. So you should be able to see there should be mega bundles.
Christ.
But,
you guys are smashing dropping in the hundreds. That is insane.
Whee! That's awesome.
That is absolutely insane.
It's exciting.
Really exciting. Those of you that have done any courses with us, and it started with 30 days, really, didn't it? Like not Puppy Lab, because we launched Puppy Lab and we were all excited and we did it, but it was such a monster.
Yeah, you're right.
But 30 days is the first one where we went, we're going to do it with you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's true. And every day of those 30 days, one of us, and you won't know this, but from behind the scenes, we literally, so some days, all three of us did it.
Yeah.
But what we did is we said, okay, you take this day, you take, and we took each other's days. And so I'd take a day.
That's right, yeah.
Like, everyone would take different days, and we'd work through it, and we'd post those lives.
I need some more piss.
Of going through all of the different. Have mine, honestly.
Oh, thanks very much.
And so that's what we did for that, didn't we? We all took each other's days, and we
yeah, we were trained on each other's days, didn't we? 7 for 6 was another one.
Feedback Friday.
Feedback Friday was a beast, wasn't it? Every Friday we would sit down, go through everybody's videos and just watch them all and try and give feedback on each one. That was absolutely monstrous. This one I'm super excited about.
It's what makes it worth doing the first time round with us.
Well, that and the cheapest you're ever going to get.
Yeah.
So when we, what we've done is that when you go into there'll be a Facebook group that is specifically for you guys who are on the behaviour course. Doesn't matter whether you've got the verse or the chapter or the whole thing. You'll be in that Behaviour Bible group. On that Behaviour Bible group, you'll already see that I've put a post. And that post will tell you kind of how we're doing the course with you. So it will tell you, like, every week we're going to do a live, but what the topics are going to be, so that you can dedicate a little bit of your time per week to make sure that you've watched that bit and that you've done that bit, so that when we discuss it on the Friday, we're all discussing it together.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, so D&E first for everybody for the next month.
D&E,
Next month.
Then genetics.
Well, if you bought the bundle, ethology.
Oh, ethology. We've got the ethology,
Intro.
free ethology intro.
Yeah, if you bought the bundle, if you got the
Chapter
bundle,
or
you've
the
got
whole thing.
chapter or the mega bundle, then you have got ethology first. Then you've got domestication and evolution.
Yeah.
And it's fucking epic.
It is, I think.
So the way that we've smashed it out is that we're going to do a discussion on the first and second part on the first week, a discussion on the third and fourth part on the second week. Third week is Fox week.
Third week is
more
Fox
about
week.
that, Felix the Fox. More
week.
about that when you get there.
Shit.
And the final week is Wolf week. And then the next week, genetics comes out.
And so what we've also done is, like, every time we put a course out, we try and go, right, how do we make this bigger and better than the last one? And
We can talk a bit about that now.
we can't we?
Yeah.
You might have noticed in some of the intro videos and some of the promo videos that have got out, you've seen bits of animation. My
Just
God.
honest to God, it makes the information that would otherwise be deep, completely accessible.
Our whole plan for this, right from the word go, was how do we get this really highbrow level, deep information that people, and we've seen in our other courses that some of you struggle to learn, even when you're watching videos about it, you struggle to learn, and it's hard. How can we make that as accessible as possible? So that our aim is so that at the end of the chapter you go, that was easy, that was fine, and then you go, fuck, I know loads about that now. Like, I get that, and I understand all the arguments, and that didn't feel difficult. We don't want it to feel difficult, and so one of the ways in which we've done that is we've tried to cater for every different, like, how the different people learn.
Yeah. So you know, you might see like a short explainer video on YouTube, where there's lots of graphics to help you really understand exactly what's being said. Well, just imagine a whole course done using explainer graphics.
Yeah. So we've tried to make sure that everything, and I think it's amazing in D&E. I think it comes into its own in genetics, neurobiology and endocrinology.
Yeah, because they're complex.
Because they're complex.
Really complex.
Because to understand which parts of the human do which things and how that works.
Yeah. And we can't get a hippocampus on the table very easily. So.
And actually, there is hardly any.
Got arrested last time I put it. No. Yeah.
Get your hippocampus off my table. And also, it's really difficult to find decent images of the canine brain. Full stop. Like, really good ones.
It's hard.
It's hard. So, and then when it comes to chemistry, obviously you've got the same thing, especially with all the different neurons and how they work and the synapses and all that kind of stuff. So we have we've tried to make it really easy. Blake, what are you looking at?
Out the window. Be a raccoon.
Last time Dean was here, we saw his first
Spanish raccoon. It's getting daylights out of me.
So animations. What else is new? I'll tell you what else is new. On at the end of each video, you're going to have an end screen.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, because it is really important. So there's a little bit of advice in the end screen, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's absolutely crucial that you follow it. So do you want to elaborate a little bit more?
Well, basically what's going to happen is you're going to watch your video, okay? And we've, as you say, made it as entertaining and digestible as possible. We've also trimmed out any fluff. So there's going to be a lot of information. So you might, personally, I have to watch the videos 2 or 3 times for me to be able to digest the information. But at the end of that video, there's going to be an end screen. And on that end screen, it's going to give you a task to do, okay? And it might be go for a little walk. It might be breathe. It might, there's several different ones, okay? And it will be really easy to breeze through those and just skip and straight on to the next one. Yeah. Don't. Listen to what it says and follow the advice. I promise you, it will make the difference to your learning.
It's not just, we haven't just studied what we're teaching you. We made a real decision to slow our output pace in some ways down, but we wanted to study and evaluate how you guys learn based on all the stats and based on how you found the other courses, and you know, because we can see how far along you are and when you drop off and when you come back on and all that kind of stuff. And so we've done a hell of a lot of study into online learning to find out how people do learn online best, and how we can make this process as easy as possible and as sustainable as possible, so that you start and you finish, and as realistic as possible in terms of pace and stuff. So as Nando said, we've put that into the videos so that they're split in certain places after certain bits of information, and so that you're given specific things that you'll see are backed up by the science that we've read, in order to just make sure that you're really understanding everything that you're learning.
Just one little point on that as well is, if you do need at any point to slow us down when we're talking, you can do it from within the Teachable on the Teachable website. So in the top left hand corner of the video, just above it, there's a little cog, and if you click on that, you'll see speed. So if you need to slow, well, predominantly you and me, down a little bit, then you can take us down to 0.75, and we sound a bit like this, but it is slower.
Do you want to talk about the bundle?
Yeah, but before we do that, firstly, a few of you guys have been mentioning about the Facebook group, and that you can't find it, or the group is still hidden. I've just checked, I've just republished. Go and have a little look. You should be able to get in now. Make sure you put the fucking password in, not your PIN number, not your fucking address code, all right? Not your fucking mother's phone number, your password that you got in the group.
Do you want to talk about the price of the Mega?
What you mean, the payment plan? Okay, so we made a commitment to you guys to do a payment plan. The original plan was $349 up front, and then I think it was $160 each month. When we went to create Claire, no, that's not right. I'll explain now for you. That's the non-discounted price you're seeing. You've gone straight to the website there, Claire. So you're seeing the non-discounted price. That's the full price the course should be. Okay, so when you go to the actual course now, using the discount link, you'll see that all of the payments, the 5 payments over those 5 months, are now equal in size. Okay, what that means is that initial payment is now less than it was, but payments 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 are a little bit bigger. Okay, but it balances out to exactly the same amount, 999.99, as if you bought the course in full. So a bit better for you.
Yeah, it is better for you.
You're in it. How can you not find it?
I don't know.
Don't know.
It is better. Well, it's sort of better for you. I mean, it makes no odds. Effectively, it's the same price. It's just split evenly now instead of a big startup and then a smaller.
Yeah, it's the same over a period of time,
which is cool. The discounts don't seem to be working.
No, what was that? It said something else, didn't it?
Emma,
the link for the mega bundle is not working for me. All right, let's have a little look.
Let's have a little look.
Got the mega bundle there.
Where's my computer? Do you want my computer? So
Oh, that'll be wicked.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, it's like that. Why not add some more computers to the party?
Yeah.
Oh, why not?
Like a proper computer party.
All right.
Oh, you're going to put yours up. It's going to look dirty.
Right,
It is dirty. All right.
The
I work with dogs. I work with dogs.
You work with dogs.
Like I literally normally have dog on my lap during this process.
All right.
If that's whipping hands, like this. I wanted to play a game today, but we haven't got any pickles. So
Oh no.
I wanted
Truth or
another
pickle?
one. Another one. We would play it on the behaviour group at some point, which will be truth or pickle, which means you ask the questions.
Truth
and we
or
have
pickle.
to tell the truth, or we have to eat pickles.
Right, I'm going to link for you just the mega bundle. I've just checked it. So the link for the part that appears now is just for the mega bundle. I've checked the link in the description as well. That does work. What you'll see is it says enroll now. When you click that, you get down to the bottom and you've got your two options. You can either then purchase outright 99999, or you can use the yes, exactly that.
Group is definitely working. I've got you people joining. I'll start adding you right now.
Can I just say for the record how hot it is here today? It's been 41 degrees today, which is really, really hot. Dean, how hot is it here? For someone who's come from England.
It can only be described as lying underneath a car exhaust pipe.
It's like that. You do this thing, right, where you open the door and it's a little bit like someone's like you've got 8 people standing on each other's shoulders with hairdryers, and they're just like, you open the door and they go and it just hits you. It's like hot air. It's so hot, like ludicrously hot. So if we're a bit sweaty,
Jesus Christ,
and a bit
guys.
messy, this is what it is. So the Facebook group and the plan with that. The other thing that you'll notice when you get into the Facebook group is you'll notice that I've also explained how I would be doing those modules. So the way that I would do them is I would watch a part and just let it breeze over me, and I'll watch the next part and then just let it breeze over me. Then I would watch that first part and write notes, and then I'd watch that first part with my notes, taking specific things into consideration. So what the assessment challenge is for that verse, as well as like what the application and relevance is to my experiences and stuff. And that's, if I'm doing a course, that's generally how I do it. So I'm going to go through our own course like that. I'm going to specifically watch the parts and I'm going to make notes, and I'll publish those notes. But that shouldn't stop any of you from making notes, because the process of making notes is really, really important in terms of your learning process. So do still make notes, but I will also publish mine. What, are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at these lunatics.
Why?
So I've got people joining the group. Like I've done 76 people so far, and they're just coming. But I've got a couple of people that have managed to get the password wrong. One of them has just repeated the question. The other one has said, will not kiss my dogs less than my husband.
I should be doing that one too. Blake is probably like just watching out the window. I don't know if maybe there is a raccoon out there. People didn't believe there were raccoons in Spain, but there are. Sorry, I missed the part about the group. Which group do I search for? I'm so excited. The Behaviour Bible.
It's in the course. The link is in the course.
So the people who have just bought a verse or bought a chapter or bought the whole course will all be in the same group to start with. When we start qualifying Canine Science behaviourists, then we'll also have a separate group for them. But for the moment, all students in that same group, and we'll be going through. We'll be doing the lives once a week, going through the topics, discussing thoughts and things like that. For this first one, you'll notice that there's a nice chunky interview with someone who was very hard to interview. He's a bit of a character, which I'm recommending that you save and watch on your week 4. And we'll be in England.
Nobody actually saved it.
They should, right.
I'm a terrible binge.
I would
binge it.
I'd binge it and then start it again.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think that is fine. But that course, the structure that I've written is there for a reason, and that's because I want you to do sustainable learning. And I know, as a mother, as well as someone who works full time, as well as someone who owns 7 dogs and has a very high maintenance partner, that it's very difficult to find time for these things. And it's really easy to start off enthusiastic.
Where are you two?
Yeah, raccoon.
Blake, leave raccoon. Come here.
Oh yeah.
It's very easy to start super. It's very easy to start super enthusiastic, and then to have like all this momentum, put all this energy and stuff into it, and then to just go, oh, I can't do it. It's too much. And what we're trying to do is just steady you down, give you a really realistic pace. And then you'll be like, oh my God, I know so much at the end of it, because you would have just nicely plodded through.
Getting a few people pop up that says it says $359 a month. That's the total price. Okay, so it says have the discount applied to it, and when then you click through, I'm just going to do it on my screen now, and just check it all for you.
Found it on the email.
Yeah, I found it on the email.
I know someone else is saying they found it.
Okay. I'm just going to check it now, but it would only. So we've had lots and lots and lots of people follow the link and sign up using the payment plan. So I can see that it's working. I'm just going to check the actual course now.
So Brianna says, can only afford to buy chapter 1 right now. Will you be releasing chapters 2 and 3 separately down the line? Yeah, we will. But they will have a launch discount with them when we for the first 2 weeks we'll launch them at a cheaper price than they will be originally. But today is the cheapest it's possible for anybody to buy this course. Yeah. It will never be repeated. We've said that every time we've launched the course, and we have stuck to it.
We've never ever repeated those discounts at the same price.
Yvonne Myers, if you've got a special discount code because you've got additional discount from 7 to 6, okay, the reason you can't enter that is because there's already a discount code applied. So what you need to do is go to the website instead and pick the course without a discount code. So Helen's the same. Pick the course without a discount code and then enter your given discount code instead, okay? If the admin team gave you a link to click instead, click the link, and that will apply your personal discount if you had additional credit.
Yeah, so that means for anyone who's got an additional discount, which will be people who have done 7 for 6 and in that first part one, some credits because they did such awesome practical skills work. If it is you guys, then you need to check your emails and follow the link on the email and disregard all the stuff that we're telling you about following these links instead, just to be super clear. Someone's asking about when those other chapters will be released. We've got when they're going to be released out in the prospectus. And yeah, we've designed it as a 3-year course, so it should be
Mallory says, I'm so excited. I've been saving to buy the whole 3 years. I love to learn and I keep adding to my knowledge. And being in hospital, I've got all the time in the world to spare. So shut up and learn.
Shut up and
get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon, mate.
I hope it's not the obvious one. I am an immersive learner. Going to be tough for me to slow my roll.
Oh, I'm terrible for that. Terrible for that.
I would binge it and then I'd go back and I would watch it. But I'm one of those people that would watch it 2 or 3 times before.
I'm a structured plodder. That's what I am, and I'm proud to be a structured plodder. I like to form a plan where I will be very carefully making sure that I do the right amount each day, and that kind of thing. Because I just find it means that you learn more sustainably, and you keep that knowledge. It gets in your head and stays.
I'm going to try and do a screen thing here.
Oh,
it's going to be really old school. Hold on.
Very clumsy. My religious mother just signed on to this live, clearly thinking that I'm turning into a religious cult. Amazing.
Okay, so I'm trying to open none of.
I'm surprised you haven't even taken back from the Bible, to be honest.
Not yet. So when you click through to using the mega bundle link, you get this page here with this lovely doggy on, Behaviour Bible full 3-year course. If you click enroll in course, it'll take you to the bottom where you've got 2 options. Now I'm in Spain, so the VAT is 21% here, not 20%. So the prices are a little bit different. But if I click on the payment plan here and click enroll in course, what I get is a window that comes up. He says, yes, it does. Okay, and yes, it does say Behaviour Bible full 3-year course, 5 payments of $359. But what it does then say is there's a discount applied of $232, and then underneath that you got the tax, and then it tells you what will be billed today. Okay, don't worry about this. That discount is applied to every single month. Okay, that discount is applied to every single month.
Someone's asked if you can do chapter 1 without a dog. Yes, you can. In fact, the first chapter is designed to be the theoretical foundations by which the other chapters are set. So the first chapter is it's very, very heavy on the theory.
Yeah, it's theory.
It's what you need to know in order to assess dogs, in order to work with challenging and difficult behaviours, in order to know what we're talking about when we're looking at the root causes of different behaviours, and thus how to treat and how to modify those.
If you think about it, when we started coming up with the idea of how to build the course, we started with the behaviour modification, and we thought, well, hold on, before that, they need to know how the concept goes. And into each piece of this behaviour, we'd be repeating ourselves terribly. And that's where this whole idea of this chapter 1 came from, which was originally called The Puzzle of the Dog, which it's its working title. And it gives you all of the different lenses to look at the dog, so that then when we get to treating separation anxiety or resource guarding or whatever it might be, we've already covered all of that. And you understand what we mean when we say through a neurobiological lens, or through
or when you're looking at the endocrinology of the dog, or looking for symptoms of changes in endocrinology, or or whatever it may be. It's also important to talk about chapter 2 a little bit, because I was talking to some guys about chapter 2 this morning, and what we tried to do in chapter 2, I don't think has ever really been done anywhere before, certainly not on any courses that I know, which is to give really strong advice about exactly how we run a behaviour consult, right from how we take sales, the language that we use, how we top and tail them,
the paperwork that goes alongside it as well.
Everything's templated so you can have it. And that might sound like a very sort of cookie cutter approach or whatever, but I genuinely, when you look at any other industry, that's how it's taught. You're taught how to do something, and then off being taught how to do it, how someone else does it, you then develop your own strategies and you come up with your own little things that work more easily. And I do think that should really, really reduce that imposter syndrome at the moment, where people are being given bits of information and then left to kind of do what they're going to do with it, and then they go out and they don't feel like they've got enough of anything. We're going to tell you exactly how we do it. We're going to right from everything we think of, because you're going to understand the same foundations that we use when we're doing it through these first 7 lenses, so that when you do it, you can emulate the whole process that we've got, and then hopefully, because you'll be really, really confident in that process, you'll start to go, oh, this time I'm going to tweak it, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that.
It's one of those things, though, that you don't know what you don't know until somebody told you didn't know it. So I remember like proper second guessing myself when I first started out, because I was like, I wonder what other people's forms look like, and then tentatively asking for what information do you collect when you speak to them on the phone? Do you take a deposit? Or do you take full payment, or do you take no?
Honestly,
and like we answer all of those, and we there were tiny differences of opinions which we've shared in there as well. We did things a tiny bit differently, but we give you everything.
Yeah.
What's exciting is that we've gone through that structure, because so many people go, oh, what do you do if this happens, or what do you do if a client cancels, and what do you do if but you've got the answers. Like there is a structure there for you to work through that.
That's tried and tested.
But if you want to then mold it into your own thing slightly differently, then fair play to you, go for it. It's like, but we're giving you the base to work from. Now we have got a couple of questions.
Cool.
Diane says, for someone who isn't academic, I feel like I've just got into Oxford Uni.
Yes, that's exactly what we tried to do.
Feels like you're writing the lectures for Oxford University as well.
The thing is that what's really interesting about the industry as a whole is there's definitely since I started, there's this kind of elite feel that if you have got the academic level 6 and above education, that you are somehow better than everyone else, and that you need to kind of either look down on everyone else or everyone else should look up to you. And there's definitely that vibe. I don't care what anyone says, that's 100% there. And I think that when I look at my mentor, who now is in charge of a massive great big behaviour section and who educates hundreds of people doing it, and when I look at other people that I really respect and admire as behaviourists, I can honestly say, I was thinking about it the other day because I was writing it down, and I can honestly say that not one of them has a university education.
Do you know what I found?
Crazy, isn't it?
I found really interesting was my on the second verse, I have an interview, and I'm talking to a geneticist from Harvard, and she's so humble, like proper academic, and talking to me like we are opposite ends of the spectrum, and I'm like, oh God, like
I like that. I love that
it's nice, isn't it?
It's a really nice
interview. I was saying to her, look, the thing is that you know, I don't have that academic side, but I do have the experience side and the hands-on and practical. I'm really good at that. And she's like, oh, well, I don't have that practical stuff. And we really need that for our experiences.
Yeah.
And like, we want people to get involved and tell us about these kind of things. And we were both kind of going, oh, but I'm really impressed with what you do. And she's going, oh, I'm really impressed with what you do. And I was like, oh God, this is awesome. Like, that's the key, isn't it? It's not whether you can be academic. It's not whether you can be practically excellent. It's finding that middle ground where you're fucking good at both. Because that, in all honesty, for me, those people are the ones that I go, that person.
But the biggest,
that's someone I look up to.
The biggest hole that I see, I mean, I think there is a hole for the people who are very academic, who haven't learned the skills, the mechanical skills of behaviour modification, stuff like that. That's definitely one hole. But those people, whilst they lack that, tend to still do extremely well and are still very much looked up to. I think the people who get it the worst are the ones who are incredibly skilled, who don't have there's no place for them to learn the academic stuff that is accessible enough, because they're the people that are looked down on. When actually they should never be looked down on, because they're just as good as the academic ones without the practical skills, but they're the opposite way around.
Well, but the key is to meet up in the middle, isn't it?
That's exactly what we've designed.
That's what we're hoping.
Just going to answer a couple of quick questions here. So what is S46 credit? So S46 credit, so some people that did Sem 6 with us, there were some little competitions that we ran, and they won or came in the top 10 of those competitions. So we gave them discounts off other courses for their efforts. A couple of them I've seen have posted in here saying that their little link that they got from the admin team isn't working. Just drop an email back to info@k9science.co.uk and they'll sort it for you. And they'll send you a new link if that's not working for you.
Monique says, please tell me how to make the payment with bank transfer. I want to join in for the whole shebang, but 3 years payment plan, but it only shows credit card options. Yeah,
so we only accept credit or debit card online. If you do want to use bank transfer, you can contact info@k9science.co.uk and request details on how to set up the bank transfer.
That's only available for doing the mega, isn't it?
The mega, yeah, only for the mega.
Danny says, what date on the installment plan do you take payments?
The date that you set it up today. So it's a month from today. So it should be this day next month.
Dun, 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 dun. What is the Facebook group called, please? So all those details are inside the course. So as soon as you've signed up, you'll get the details and exactly the steps that you need to walk through to make sure that you're on board.
If you do, it's called the Behaviour Bible, but you'll need to go into that course anyway, because that's where the password's going to be. So even if you find it now without having gone into the course to find it, you're not going to be able to get into it.
Tracy Macquarie. Hey Tracy, how's it going? How long is the special discount for?
2 weeks.
2 hours. No, 2 weeks.
2 days.
2 weeks.
2 semanas.
Oh, nice.
I'm Spanish now.
Maureen, if it popped up saying a problem accepting the payment, then there was definitely a problem accepting the payment. So the system is set up to only take it at the very last minute. If for some reason, and we've always said this on all of our courses and very, very, very rarely had to do it, but if for some reason the payment was ever taken twice, you get an immediate refund anyway. So don't need to worry about that. Occasionally we get people, I don't know what country you're in, Maureen, but occasionally we do get people who have to give their bank a little call first because it's out of the ordinary purchase for them, and let their bank know that it's happening.
I've lost that comment because they're just moving too quickly.
They are moving fast.
It was something along the lines of, is it okay to do the first chapter without pause? You won't get the second verse until next month.
Yeah, so that you can do the first verse without pausing if you want.
Yeah.
But as you'll see when you get in there, it will give you a countdown until the next verse is released. So verse 2.
And in 3 years' time, we'll make a decision as to whether or not future students will get drip fed the content exactly the same way that you're being drip fed the content. But for the first time, because we're going through the content with you, we've had to find a realistic enough pace that we can fit it in with our lives and our work and all that kind of stuff. And we're hoping, and I'm pretty sure that will be the same pace that you guys can fit in with your lives and your work and all that kind of stuff, which is why it's stripped at the pace that it's stripped at, so that we can make sure that we've watched and note taken the first parts that we're then discussing on the week and all that kind of stuff. So that pace, the pace that we're going to go through the course is the pace that we're recommending you go through the course with us this first time around. Next time, like in 3 years' time, Maybe, no, I don't think so. I think we'll continue feeding it like this because I think it's the right way to do it.
Well,
but
we'll see.
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
We'll argue it is what that means.
Yvonne Myers says, I am fucking in.
Yeah. I know, I saw that. I saw that.
There was, every time I move it to read the bloody thing, it goes away again.
The biggest commitment of my life for 3-year mega bundle I'm in. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow. Yeah, hopefully. But you get to spend, we're going to spend 3 years with you guys.
Yeah, and that's what I'm, that's
we're going to spend 3 years together. If you bought that bundle, we're going to be with you, holding your hand pretty much weekly.
Every week.
For the next 3 years.
Doing lives like this, except for we'll probably have like different content to discuss.
Yeah, like food.
Just the course. Food as well. So we got known for that, didn't we? We'll have to get a fee. Because
pickles. I'm just going to bring.
Fucking pickles.
I'm just going to bring a pile of pickles for every.
What day did we used to do the 7 for 6 one? Just like on the 7 for 6 one.
Every Friday, wasn't it?
No, Feedback Friday. The live was a Tuesday.
That's right, live was Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
We're going to do the lives on Friday live.
Lynn says, is there a bonus introduction on every verse? I'm loving the authority one.
Nice, the authority one.
The authority one is really cool, isn't it?
Not on every verse, but there may be other bonuses in the way. Just wait.
Has anybody clicked through to any of the lectures yet and had a tiny little watch?
Here's Johnny for the next 3 years.
Who's that? Natalie says, I messed up the password. Let me in. No, it's not fucking hard. All right? You're not getting in. No way. I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to kick her out as well. I'm afraid to join the group until after the live in case
Why did we put
me thick?
Why did you put the ex-doorman in charge of the bloody who gets into the sodding group?
Come here. It's nothing, is it, you little monkey? Come here.
Just signed up. So excited. Never been so excited to sign up for a 3-year course. Jesus Christ, 102 new comments. How am I meant to keep up?
Justina said she's started having a little poke through it. What do you think of the animations, Justina?
There's loads of people asking to get in the course. I'm going to do another round of people going in now, okay? Claire Matthews, you haven't put the password in. Amy, you're in. Andy, you're in. Alexandra, you're in. Maddie, Bosch, Stephanie, Wallop, Ellen, Suzanne, Nicole, Ada, Haley, Emma. I've just bought the course. That's not what it fucking says, is it? That's not what it says. Honestly, we've got 3 years together. You better buck your ideas up, young lady. Right, Kirsty, Bosch, Debbie, Wallop, Joe, you're in. Jodie, she's back. Tracy, Wallop, Jill. Fucking hell, I can't do this all day. There's another, how many?
The nice thing as well is you're going to see my puppy grow up.
Oh.
You're going to see her from 0 to 3 years. Our puppy. She's got hiccups at the moment. Little tiny hiccups. Very tired today.
Jesus Christ. So this one is incorrect, but it's funny enough to get in.
If Nando's ever going to blow a vein, it's going to be over these passwords.
Thou shall not talk shit.
Oh,
sorry. And then got it right. Nearly said it.
Thou shall not.
Oh, you just spit it out on there, I would.
Yeah.
I've made a boo-boo and didn't read it all, but I've paid. Well, you're going to be a fucking while, aren't you?
Did you just reject her?
No, let her in.
Oh my God.
He loves a bit of admin. When I met Nando, he used to hate admin.
Oh,
he's all over
God.
the spreadsheets now.
He
loves the spreadsheet.
So,
right. Pages. Anybody that tries to join with a page, we won't accept pages. All right, so stop that rubbish. No, we won't. I'll explain why later.
Very so, over the next 3 years, Blake, leave that door alone. Over the next 3 years, we are going to blow your little mind boxes. What I was about to say is that just like in 7 for 6, for any of you who did 7 for 6, we will have a post that goes out probably on the Tuesday or the Wednesday that asks for questions for the live on the Friday, which means that when we do the live on the Friday, if you've got any particular questions or things that you want to raise or comments, we can make sure that we go through them on the live on the Friday so that nobody gets missed out. Same way with the assessments. We used to have feedback Fridays, but same way with the assessments, where they're practical assessments, we'll take a look at bits and bobs when you ask us to for videos and things like that. Please, can nobody, unless, got to be careful what I say, because for certain assessments, we've tried to make the assessments so that they generally will generate an asset that you can then use within your business.
Yeah.
Or that they are very, very specifically designed to help you with particular skills that you use when you are a dog behaviourist, or that you do when you're a dog behaviourist. And there are a few of them that means that the actual assessment itself, you could stick as a live, or you could stick as a, you could pop out as on the on your Facebook page and things like that. But unless it specifically says do it as a live, or do it on your page, or do it whatever, then please don't. Unless if it doesn't say that, don't share that assessment. So because otherwise you might have someone who plagiarizes, and that would be all kinds of havoc on things.
Abigail, I'm going to need you all to realise that I did this.
No, read it properly. I'm going to need y'all.
I'm going to need y'all to realise I did this with a head full of hair foils approximately 45 minutes after waking up from sedation at the dentist, with no ability to move my face for several hours.
I love you, Abigail.
That's dedication.
I love Abigail's got the best golden in the whole world, isn't she?
Yeah.
Mac is the best. He's the best golden in the whole world. I love that.
So that comment, I've got to tell you, I haven't told you about this, but me and Tina have got a new habit. When we get up in the morning, the first thing that we do is we go downstairs and we watch a pranks video on YouTube.
Is that what you're doing? In fact, when I wake up, he goes and runs over to you like, can we?
It's hilarious. This morning we watched this bloke who'd just come out of the dentist, had anaesthetic, and it was Dad, and his Dad was standing there saying, "Oh, well, we've got to go and pick up the dog." And he's like, "I've got a dog." He goes, "Yeah, it's with Mum." "I've got a mum." Like, "Yeah, do you know who I am?" "No." He's like, "I'm your dad." "I've got a dad." He's like, "My life is perfect."
Oh.
It was amazing, absolutely
I'm gonna
brilliant.
have to put this little face down. She wants to get down, but I
Oh,
need to
little Nina.
show everybody how beautiful she is first. Look at my puppy. Everybody, just look at my puppy. Look at how beautiful she is now.
It's
Proper,
our
fully
puppy.
fledged,
Our puppy.
Not our puppy.
little bully.
Well, might as well be.
I did save it. Help save it.
You did help save it. Give it a kiss.
Oh, is it John's birthday?
Give it a kiss.
Tomorrow,
Oh,
I think. Hayley Newman's got it right. Bought some pens so I can write some pretty
Good.
notes.
Yes, I love a pretty note.
Yeah, you
Love
do
it.
actually.
No.
Little bloody drawings and colourful bits on it. That's
Come on,
who that is.
come on then, Chelsea.
Son of the
right
boot.
then. These are all pretty sensible, these are.
I'm jealous for.
Well, that won't last.
I'm jealous for. So who's gone in and had a look? Who's had a look?
Everyone,
and what
obviously.
do you think? Ooh, I bet you the numbers are going to be ploughing down because people are going to be watching Ethology, the intro.
Rona's got her first dinner date in 18 months. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. See you later.
Emily had a sneaky peek.
What did you think, Emily? What did you think? I'm well excited to hear what people's views are on it.
So somebody's asking what time the lives are going to be.
We're going to change them depending on.
We used to flip them around, didn't we?
Move them down a bit.
But we try and move them around so that if you're like in New Zealand, that we do a couple, every now and again we do one that's going to really fit your timing. If you're in Oz and so on and so forth, so we'll
New Zealand and Oz are pretty close. I mean, you could have gone
America. Thailand.
Thailand.
Please help me. I desperately want to sign up on the plan discussed on Monday.
Is this WhatsApp? Oh no.
I think she's got the same problem as everybody else. So it's just follow the link, trust the link. It takes a discount off every single month. I promise.
Nathan Layton, I want to be in. What?
Oh, Nathan Layton, yeah. Nathan, no, Nathan's
course.
already paid.
He prepaid. Oh, message the office.
You get in tomorrow.
Message the
Yeah,
office.
you get it next week. I'll do it now. I'll do it now. I'll literally do it now.
Nathan's the only person in the world who.
He was the first person.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on.
Him at Bookstone's birthday. They can both have a free hoodie.
They can both have a free hoodie.
Remind us.
Yeah,
They'll come out in
hoodie.
October. Remind us, and you both get a free hoodie.
Hold on, let me enroll Nathan.
They are the best hoodies in the world. So Dean's been
I swear to God, if it wasn't so warm, I'd be wearing it now.
Dean's been
I've lived in
trying it, and every time he's on the
I've
thing, we're
lived in
like, "Are you wearing a shut up and train one again?" Yes. He honestly, for like days, and then it goes in the wash, and then the next day he's wearing it again, and then the next day he's wearing it again. It's so funny.
It is a honest quality wise. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to hoodies.
I know.
And that is a nice hoodie. Hold on, let's enroll Nathan before I forget. Oh, Nathan, I can see how much you've completed of the other courses.
You're such a teacher sometimes.
I don't know whether I should enroll you.
Don't be silly.
Enrolling course, where is he? There he is. Nathan, you're in, my dear. I know. We were watching it, checking everything worked earlier. And then we realised that the thumbnail of the first part of Nando talking is this. It looks like he's battered.
He looks like he's smoked a few too many doobies.
Yeah, but if you look at that video, I actually looked stoned.
You do look stoned. You do look stoned.
Man,
You were really
battered.
tired that day. I remember
I was
that. Day.
knackered.
It's funny because people probably think that we like wait until we're like on our prime level and they're like, right, we're going to film today. That's not how it goes at all. We have like a schedule. Too. And so if you wake up and you've got a cold, but that's your filming day. That's your filming day. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to screw the schedule up for everyone else.
Yeah.
So you have to.
We've got quite a process now.
The only time that changed was when you were sick. Do you remember? You came out.
So I literally started recording and then went.
Oh yeah.
And then he sounded even more like an adolescent girl than he normally does. Look at Abby. Hold on, wait. She's lost the control.
Amazing.
Oh, it's so funny. That's amazing.
I can't keep up with these. There's way too many going on.
So we have this process where, but if you miss the process, you'll screw up for everyone else. So apart from that one time when you were really sick, we stick to that process. So if you're knackered, like there's been times where I've had zero sleep because of the Bailey's hurt his teeth or because one of the dogs is sick or whatever, and it's just tough. It's tough beans.
I'm going to flick through and it all looks amazing. Graphics, filming also looks the next level. We put a hell of a lot of effort into this one, haven't we?
Years.
It's
Literally years of effort.
The amount of times we filmed something on it's not good enough. We've got to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Film it again.
That's true, that is.
Film it again.
And the filming as well, I think you guys will notice there's quite a step up of filming compared to the last bits of filming that we've done. We've like really made every bit of filming as good as we
We've done our homework, haven't we? I mean, we've been away for 18 months.
Yeah.
And we've done our homework.
Yeah, we've been away for 18 months, but this started before 30 days.
Did you?
Yeah.
This started before this course was in motion.
It's first.
We started writing this course before 30 days.
That's true.
This is honestly, this is
We have left
monstrous.
no stone unturned.
It's absolutely monstrous. I'm
Little by
super
little.
fucking proud of it.
Little by little, at the end of the 3 years, you're going to be like mini asses.
Right, I'm about.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but it is true. That's why that's the most exciting thing I am about having a big team of people that I've spent 3 years like helping and getting through those little stumbling blocks and making sure that they really get it and understand it, both in terms of the theory as well as in terms of when they start doing modification and they start doing this little bits, you know, doing the little bits and bobs and like starting to do the practical work. Having 3 years where we're working with these people, that's why I think for the first time we're like, you know what, you can wear the logo because you'll wear that with pride.
You're
You've
not
spent
kidding.
the last 3 years.
I'm not being funny, but
Learning.
So the amount of people that get in touch and say, well, do you know anybody here or anybody there? And you know people and you kind of go, well, they look like they know, or they've been on the Ascent course and they were fucking brilliant at Ascent, or they were.
Or even I talk to them all the time.
Yeah, I talk to them all the time, or I know them like semi-personally, and you go, I still don't know how they work or what they do, or you know, like
I haven't seen them touch a dog.
Yeah, it's difficult. And then like with this, I've got no problem with going, see that person.
Well, think about this, right? How well, after 7 for 6, how well did we know some of those dogs and some of those people?
In terms of their scent work.
Yeah,
in terms of their scent work. So imagine that, 3 years in terms of their behaviour knowledge.
Yeah.
What a team of people are going to be.
Yeah, but you get all different aspects as well, don't you? Like they get to know us, and we get to know like those that commit, those that show up, those that
I would
put the
say that
practical effort in, and all the rest of it. It makes a hell of a difference.
I would definitely say that in terms of the the Facebook group as well. Like, do commit, get involved, like properly get involved with that Facebook group, because there are people that got involved in 7 for 6, and I think they, like, you will have a better time. That doesn't mean you have to publish every bit of work you do. It doesn't mean you have to like go in and like see all. You don't have to video everything you do, but don't be afraid to get in there and really talk to people and develop friendships, and more importantly talk to us while you're doing it, because that's what we're here for the next 3 years. For the next 3 years we are here for you. That's part of what you paid for, and we will help you, but you need to let us know where you are. You need to let us know if you're struggling with a certain little bit of information, or a certain bit of I don't know, of practical, where you're, we're doing a certain modification skill and you're like, I can't assess this one threshold, and no matter what happens, you give me all the signs, I know what I'm looking for, but when I get out there with the dogs, I'm confused. Like, tell us where you're at, so that we can make sure that we really do it. Can we sync food and drink for the lives? That's what we tried to do.
We tried to do last time, didn't we? We did try eating people's dinner times.
Yeah, but we'll try and tell you what we're going to have. Maybe we'll put it out on the questions, so that we say, when we put out the questions each week, we'll say Friday night, I don't know, curry night, blah 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 blah, and we'll try and do it so that we can do it together. So that'd be nice.
Is the final assessment a one-time shot? Will it be reviewed by us? Will there be more than one question, and will there be a second chance if you fail? Is the final assessment a one-time shot? No, you get 3 opportunities, a maximum of 3 opportunities. You will need to pay each time. There's a small fee to pay each time, because it is being assessed by somebody that isn't these 3 faces. Okay, so we're paying somebody else to assess it. Okay,
somebody who has absolutely no
incentive
not
to pass
in
or
their
fail.
incentive to pass or fail you, and they won't know who you are.
We talk about that stuff.
Wow.
Not that stuff.
That stuff.
No, not
What
that.
stuff?
Not that stuff. Not tonight, apparently.
What?
No night.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Will there be a second chance?
Oh.
Will there be more than one question?
Oh, can we?
No. Will there be more than one question? Well, there will be, because a big part of it, 50% of the pie, is made from the assessment. So each of the modules each of the verses that you do as you go through will have little mini assessments, they're called, as you go through, and that's going to build up a portfolio of challenges and assessments that's going to make up 50% of your final mark when you submit it. And then the other 50% is split up between a case study and an
exam and
exam and simulation. Simulation, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
God, I hope Nando doesn't have to give us a password for assessments.
No. Don't worry.
I'll do a couple more.
The little mini assessments that go through as well, like we say, we really, it's one of the reasons that we didn't end up going through the off-calls thing, is because the assessments that we're doing we've tried so hard to just rethink how people are examined, particularly in our industry, to make sure that every single little aspect of what makes a good behaviourist ends up forming little droplets of the assessment. Like every little thing that you need. We've tried to think so carefully about every tiny little skill that you need to be good at this job, and assess everyone on the merits of those particular things. And you'll see what I mean when we go through it. You'll see.
Is Dean in charge of not letting secrets out early?
It's not even
Yes.
secrets. Can we talk about this thing?
No, I don't think so. I think we keep that under wraps, don't we? That's just a nice thing.
Dean would have definitely said yes.
Oh, yeah.
Blake and Aya, come here. Come here.
Will, can it be reviewed before submission, or do we just need to grow a pair and fire on and accept the results? No, so the assessment will essentially be another chapter where you then get to review all of your work that you've done so far, because you're going to keep the portfolio. So as you go through, you're going to be responsible for building your portfolio. It's not done within the course. So you'll build it, maybe put it on a Dropbox folder or something like that. and collect your evidence of however you need to collect it, and then submit it for assessment in the 4th chapter when you get there. So there will be plenty of time for you to review it, improve it, change it. Because dare I say it, once you're 2 years through, there might have been something that you've written in one of your first assessments in year 1 that you might want to go back and improve prior to final submission. Thank you. You guys teased us for a month. Throw a bone. If people struggle and are local to me and need different dogs, I'm happy to help with mine. That's really kind of Danny.
Amazing.
I think what will happen is, I mean, in every course we've done, so 7 for 6, 30 days, especially those 2, there have been groups of people. We've ended up genuinely becoming good friends, meeting up.
Yeah, definitely.
Training together.
I think there's already a couple of local groups of people doing Behaviour Bible that have ended up making little groups, supports, study buddies, support groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which will definitely develop. And also there has been some rescue centres that have got involved and helped give people dogs when they need them and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure on the page we'll work everything out. Anyone who hasn't got a dog, we'll get your dog.
Someone says every time you move, it looks like you've got a halo behind you.
That's because I am an angel. That's why I have like a little bird on my shoulder sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Wander around. My little
Your bird. That was impressive.
That was really cute.
That was impressive.
Literally born as a
Oh my God,
character.
guys, I know I can take much more.
I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning. I was laying in bed and I could hear
Rats.
not rats. I went like this. I was like, there's something under the bed. I looked under the bed. A gecko, who was equally surprised to see me. He's like, oh.
I love the idea of them looking at each other going.
I was upside down like this, looking back at him.
Him going, I can hear something under the bed. And the gecko going, I can hear something up above me.
Yeah, welcome to Spain.
Yeah, there's geckos everywhere. The geckos this year have been massive. We've got a massive snake down by that wood pile, by the way.
A massive snake?
Yeah, I mean,
Is he still down there?
Not on the training field, up in the wood pile by the house.
Oh, really? He's probably gone up there because there was a rat there, wasn't there?
I feel like we might have digressed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway.
Any final questions for us?
That's a good call.
Any final questions? West Midlands, best place to be, Lily?
Oh, we're going to be there soon.
You
In a week's time.
West Midlands?
Yeah. Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire.
Yeah, all right.
That's West Midlands. They will say Kew.
Cute.
Kew.
Okay.
Kew.
For the Dutch, is een verbindgroepen in Nederlanders?
Oh, there's a Netherlands group for the Dutch speaking
Ah.
people.
Good.
Read that again.
There's a Netherlands group for the Dutch speaking people.
Right. That's got to be it, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, I can help. No, it's gone. I can't even read them. They're coming in too
Oh,
fast.
somebody offered to help with techie stuff. They're
Oh,
obviously
that's
techies.
exactly what I was looking at.
Yeah. Final questions. The live has only just started.
I know. We know, but we've decided that we want you guys to go and enjoy what you just bought. We'll go and have a little first look, and then we'll see you in the group.
Join the group and we'll be in there.
See you in there.
The first live will be next Friday, although I can't promise there won't be content between now and then.
Ooh. Love you.
Chimpanzee that.